You want to talk about her Traitors reunion and the last episode of Traitors?
Let's talk about the last episode because I have feelings about the reunion.
I do too. Mm-hmm.
We'll get there. Traitors. The minute Mark was put in that casket, I'm like, okay, we know how the rest of the episode's gonna go. There was no way that it was gonna go any way other than the way that it went. And so, I mean, Rob's my boy, so, I'm happy he won, but I feel like Eric, bro, you should be smarter than that.
So stupid. He's so stupid.
Stevie Wonder would have seen that coming. Like really?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it. I think Tara Lipinski is a Karen. Because there was a point when they were like at the circle and they were doing the voting and it was like Mora's go and like Tara gave her the Karen look that you know what to do. And I was like, oh bitch. Like she like had the mean like Karen face.
I hope not.
I don't know. She was throwing Karen face. And she got married on a plantation. Do with that what you will. Do with that what you will.
All right. Well, I was just proved wrong. I am mad that we knew Rob was going to win. And for some reason, watching that episode, I was just so angry. I was so angry. I wanted Mara to win. Like, I wanted her to be shaken and woken up, and I wanted her to win.
See, I was like low-key thinking, because there were points throughout the season with the editing that it looked like maybe like she had a thought in that head and like that maybe she was onto him and was playing him too. And but alas, she wasn't thinking that he was a traitor. I saw people saying that she was playing Love Island and he was playing Traitors.
Yeah. I didn't think that she was playing him this entire time. I just thought that Tara opened her eyes at a few points towards the end. And I'm just so angry when she voted Tara out. I was like, baby girl, you could have just won. Like they could have just won. And I was so angry because in the year 2026, we're still letting good-looking men influence our fucking decisions. And that's the she is gorgeous. I'm going to bring this down real. She is gorgeous.
Stunning.
She is skinny, mini, perfect skin. The outfits were on point the entire time. And she still is insecure enough to let this man dictate how she is going to vote. And for that, I'm angry. Yeah,
no, I definitely get that. I do. I've seen like some press afterwards where like other castmates have been like, she had never watched the show. She like was only there to show off her outfits. And that she didn't really care what happened, which is why I think, like, I really loved her reaction when she found out of, you're an arsehole. You're never going to have a girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
Hilarious. But then she was like, you know what? Good for you. No, because like she knew. She got it. So she wasn't acting obnoxious like some other people, which we'll get to in a uno momento.
Okay.
I'm so annoyed about that reunion.
Anything else about the last episode?
What the fuck was Alan wearing?
Fucking man. Honestly, don't remember. What was he wearing?
So he always has that like blue like rhinestone cape, but then this year his hair was in all these little mini pigtails. And
honestly, didn't even notice.
Like,
probably because Rob was wearing overalls. Again, he knew exactly what he was fucking doing with those overalls.
He knew exactly what he was doing, which is also killing me because, like, the man has not said no to a single brand deal.
It's
And
not at
so, like, they have him promoting the fact that Mac is now at Sephora. Does he even know what Mac or Sephora is? No, but is he standing in Times Square in some black overalls promoting it? He sure is. He sure is. And I've seen him in like 3 other commercials. He's done interviews with Interview Magazine, The Cut. I think there was one other one. Like, my whole feed is Rob Roush. At this point, I'm looking forward to seeing him on Dancing with the Stars and
He will.
starring as Roxy Hart in Chicago. because
Yes. It's
because
the
that's
only
the
trajectory for him. All while he's in overalls.
It's all in overalls.
Like, but also, can we talk about Lisa Rinna did a press day with him and she showed up in overalls and a wife beater? And I was like,
dying.
this is why she's iconic.
This is why she's like, Lisa fucking Rinna.
Yes, yes. Ugh, yeah. All right. Let's just get into the reunion. I'm gonna pass the mic on for you on this one because I also have feelings.
But I'm just gonna start out by saying I don't think we need Traitors reunions because the past 3 that I've watched, they've all not been good. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason why reunions don't work with Traitors is the cast is too big. And I think back to like other shows, like The Challenge, when they have reunions, they don't bring everybody back. Or if they do, they only like speak to a few people. So I would have rathered either they like keep it to the top 10, or if there's someone who has a lot of drama, I don't think that Rappaport should have been there because nobody liked him. So therefore, he wasn't going to make any part of the reunion entertaining. I wish that, because like Ron was making a whole deal about how he was going to expose Dorinda, and like if he did, that didn't get aired.
Right.
And I feel like they spent too much time on their fucking little packages with like the Highlands Island and shit like that. I'm not here to watch. I'm here to watch this shit. I'm here to watch them like break down the season, not cutesy little packages for filler. Especially either that or it needs to be more than one episode.
You mean like they need to like focus on everyone needs their time.
Because like if you think about it, like most Bravo shows, even the new season of Vanderpump Rules has a 2-episode reunion. And like if that gets a 2-episode reunion, then Traitors should absolutely get a 2-episode reunion, especially if you're going to do all those little cutesy packages and shit. And I think that Alan needs to host, not Andy, because with the amount of housewives they have on there, it's like the Housewives is a different game than Traitors, and it's a different way to behave on a reunion than Traitors is. And I think that they spent too much time on Portia, and like Portia could have reined that in, and Candace, like, she ruined the whole thing, honestly.
Yeah, the Housewives showed up for a reunion, a Housewives reunion, and they gave like, but compared to others, it ruined it. Yes, I agree, because they came to talk about shit and everyone else was just there to watch the cutesy videos. And I agree, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. There were like some of the cutesy stuff was cute and some of the small back and forth was funny, but I needed to see, like, if you're gonna have the Housewives on there, then show everything. Like, show
Mention
the
it
lack
all.
of response. Exactly. Show the lack of response from everyone else. Don't cut it so that it's like, oh, LOL. Like, no, I want to hear when Lisa and Candace said, like, what did you mean by, did he use the word lock it? What
Hostage.
did Colton say? Hostage.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to see his full response. And let me tell you, seeing him back on my TV screen, I once again got angry because I was like, still, why are we giving, like, he did a full article. Was it Vanity Fair or The Cut? He did an article with some big magazine and he talked about his stalking and blamed it on his Xanax addiction.
Which
And
is like,
like,
sir, that's not how that works.
correct. But why are we still giving him a platform? Like, I don't, because if that was a woman that did that, she would be canceled. She would be done. We wouldn't even know her name anymore.
Right.
Like, it would have been erased from our memories. But because it's Colton and he's kind of cute and now he's gay, we need to what? Give him a pass?
Right.
Because of his Xanax addiction? You know, people I know with a Xanax addiction, they didn't stalk anyone.
They didn't put trackers on people's cars and fake text messages.
Wild.
Like, I get that it was a
Oh,
hard time in your life, and that doesn't
sickening.
justify your behavior. And the thing is, like, I think Traitors, being cast on Traitors serves a couple purposes. One of them being like redemption,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get yourself back in. And because, like, for example, Candace, the way that she played the game and her whole behavior is because she wants back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to some extent, that's why Dorinda did it last season. And that's why I think why Lisa Rinna did it.
I
Part of
think
it was to
Lisa,
promote her book too.
yeah, I do think that it was for the paycheck. She talks a lot about
But yeah, because I mean,
pay.
she did the Depends ad, like, and that
Yeah.
paid $1 million.
She will do anything for a paycheck. And so I
Yeah.
think it was more that and her book than anything. But yeah, sorry, we
Yeah,
digress.
but with the housewives, there's always like an ulterior motive, and then like Colton kind of came in, like, and I think that's why he was so kind of like like opposed, like the opposition to the housewives, because he came in playing the housewives game,
Right.
because he didn't come in playing the Survivor game at all, or the Big Brother game, because they play the game a little bit differently. He came in playing like how the Housewives played, but as
Right, right.
a man, and I think that's why he came off the way that he did.
I just don't think that he is in a position where he should have been cast for redemption.
No, not at all. Not at all. And
Sorry. No.
that's on Peacock, NBC Universal. Like, I don't know how they thought they were going to get away with that, but then like also like so many people like didn't know.
Correct. They are getting away with it. And that's
Yeah.
the problem is people still don't know the extent. Like even after watching, I don't remember if he even mentioned anything about his past in the reunion. I feel like he said like one or two sentences, but like people still don't know. And like it just makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. So I'm angry Rob won because let's just put another, I'm very feminist today. Let's just put another good looking man on our TV screens and we'll, because also, I have not seen any of this, but I have heard since Rob won how horrible he was as a person on Love Island. And people were saying the way he played Traitors was exactly how he was on Love Island in terms of like, and I know you said something similar,
Yeah.
but like apparently it was like even worse. And I've not seen it, so I do not know. But again, if it is bad as half of the things that I'm hearing, then why are we giving him a platform too? Because
Well,
he's good looking.
so here's the thing, and I hate to defend a white man. I do. I really, really do. Cause like Peacock did a collection like of his Love Island episodes, so I watched some of them,
Mm-hmm.
and people are just people are want to bitch and moan. First of all,
Yeah.
like that's what it comes down to, and second of all, he's an avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, raise your hand if you've been victimized by an avoidant.
I don't have enough hands.
And so I think people kind of bring their shit in with that too, because I don't think he was that bad on Love Island. I really don't. And I don't think he was that bad at Traitors either. Him voting Rinna was going to be out anyway.
Yes, yes, yeah. No, his play on Traitors was great. I guess the way he approached how he played Traitors was how he approached Love Island, just like
Yeah.
deceiving and just I don't know. Again, I didn't watch.
I think it's less deceiving and more detached.
Okay.
And I think we're not
Well, then don't
used
go on Love Island if you're detached.
anything for the money.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
I mean, like, you give anyone the opportunity to go to where, like, Tahiti to go on vacation,
Yeah.
get some attention. I'm sure they had snakes he could chase out there, which I wouldn't be surprised if
Just,
that was the reason why he did it. Um, but like I think we as society are not used to people being so blatantly avoidant
yeah.
on TV, and so that I think that's what they're reacting to, and then I think and there is valid criticism to the game of Traitors with the fact that like all of the first people who were eliminated minus Donna Kelsey were people of color, and there is a lot of implicit bias that goes into
Mm,
that. But I will say that like Rob's behavior didn't play into that per se. I think there are
yeah.
definitely other cast members that you can definitely accuse of that behavior.
Blatantly see. Yeah.
I don't think that he is one of them, but also at the same time like Portia dug her grave, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ron ended up digging his own grave too to some extent. And so you got to take everything
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
grain of salt. And like there again there's nuance involved and all of that. So like it is a valid argument, but I think there are things to keep in mind. But like people just also and again I hate that I'm defending a white man. But
You
like
know what? I'm gonna watch his season of Love Island.
and I think in the Peacock collection, like they cherry picked episodes, so you don't even have to watch the whole season.
Oh no,
Like
I'm
they're
gonna watch the full thing. If I'm gonna have an opinion on this,
you're
I
gonna
need
watch
to
the whole
watch the
thing.
full thing. I have to watch the full
Yeah.
thing.
But what I was gonna say is I hate to defend a white man. I really, really do. But also in this year of 2026, the year of our Lord Beyonce, we don't want to see a white man win.
Agree and disagree. It's not that I don't want to see a white man win. I don't want to see another pretty white man win because he's a pretty white man.
But he won because he played the game.
No, yes, he got as far as he did because he won the game. It all comes down to Mora just continued to believe him. And I
Right.
think part of that is because he's a pretty white man.
I think I totally agree with that. And what also she's been saying in interviews is that like if you don't have anyone you can trust in that house, then you have nobody. And so she was forcing herself to trust him because she didn't want to be alone in that
Right.
house. And
Right.
so when you think about it that way, like okay, that makes sense. But like at the end of the day, if I like let's say I'm Mora, I'm in the Traitors house, I'm in the final four, I'm looking around the room, I'm trying to do the math of like how do I win the most money? So like I would have
Mhm.
turned on his ass in the end too. Like so
Yeah.
like that I think that's where even more than like her being like digmatized or whatever, because according to her she really wasn't. I think she's trying to save face a little bit, but you take that out of it, it's bad gameplay. It's
Yes.
bad gameplay.
Yes. But I think I mean they were flirting the whole season. They were jumping on top of each
Oh
other. Like
yeah,
she
yeah.
was swooning over him. And that's what I'm talking about. Is like even if we thought he was ugly and she thought he was God's gift to earth and he was the best looking man and they were flirting, all of her logic goes out the window because this man she's swooning over is saying trust me.
Right.
That is my problem with it.
Yeah. No, and I
So,
totally get that. I just go back to with her that it was just bad gameplay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Who do you think? I only have one request for next season. Snooky. I would at first think JWoww, because I do think JWoww would be good on it.
I say we do the buddy, because if we saw kind of how it went with Johnny and Tara, and it did eventually make for an interesting game. So would love Snooki and JWoww.
See, I think they need to be separate. Because if they were both on there, I would need one of them to be the traitor, and I need it to be JWoww, and that would devastate Snooki.
Yes,
And I can't have my girl devastated.
But that is the game. Like, I think one of the biggest fuck ups they made on this season of Traitors was not making either Johnny or Tara Johnny or Tara a traitor. And so like I want the bestie pair again. Like, I want it to be someone like a pair that again people wouldn't necessarily know that they're besties, and they need to be split up. Because like that,
everyone knows JWoww and Snooki are besties. If they don't, they're living under a fucking
rock. Everyone should know about Johnny and Tara. That they have the same profession, for fuck's sake, and none of those chuckle
We've
fucks.
Talked about that, but I don't think that necessarily in my mind. If I was in that house, I would be like, yeah, you guys must know each other. But I don't know if my brain would go directly to they are besties.
Right. But let's say like Karen Huger gets cast on Traitors with Snooki and JWoww. She's not going to know who the fuck either of them are. She's not going to know that they're best friends.
Is casted on the Traitors. I am outski. I am out. I am done with giving people a platform that they don't deserve. And Karen would be one of them. That also is another added onto the list of, I get it, she didn't hurt anyone, she could have, but that woman, we don't even have to get into it, because I just watched Potomac last night, and I just was so mad. Anyway, I want to see, I get what you're saying, having like a bestie come in. I think it's too soon, because we just had Tara and Johnny, so people are going to be like nose up looking for that shit.
But they don't watch the show, and that's part of the whole reason why like a lot of this season Bob didn't watch the show before he got there.
Some people do, though.
Some people watch the show. Like, I know, like, Monet obviously watched the show because of Bob, but also was, like, very into the show. A lot of the gamers did. But there are other people.
A lot of the gamers.
But the housewives and, like, kind of like the random dating show people, they don't watch the show. And so I think that allows them to, like, kind of continue to kind of get away with some of the same things. As they do season to season. But like I love the idea of Snooki on there.
I want Snooki. I want her on there.
My dream casting, even though she said she won't do it, is Stassi Schroeder. I think she is built for Stassi, but she won't do it. Also, and I think she would do it, Katie Maloney.
See, that's someone I can see not doing it.
I could see her doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could see her doing it.
I too would die for Stassi, but also depending on who else is on the cast, I feel like Stassi would be a little starstruck at times.
Yeah, I could see that too. Which, speaking of starstruck, Donna Kelsey at the reunion was all of us.
She's just like, I'm just happy to be here. Give me the Taylor question. It's okay. I'm happy to be here.
But whenever something would pop off, the camera would cut to her and she'd just be...
Yeah.
Like, what I wouldn't have given to be sitting in that seat, watching Michael Rappaport go, clip, and with Dorinda right there.
When he started.
It's art. It's obnoxious, but it's art.
So obnoxious. So fucking obnoxious.
When I'm talking, you're not talking. When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Punch in the fucking face, that guy.
No, he needed a punch in the dick is what he needed.
Yeah, he needed both. One to the at the same switch. One to the face, one to the dick. Ugh, I can't. Well, all right. I'm all traitors out. I'm just like, I'm still uneasy in my feelings. I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm still mad. I know I shouldn't be mad. I hate men. I'm just still going through the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And it's been almost a week now, so we'll see. By the time I get over it, they'll be announcing a new cast.